Over the past few months, I've been talking to YouTubers to learn how they use AI, and I've noticed a big problem. Because instead of saving them time, it's actually costing them more. And even though most were using the right applications, they were just not using them properly. And as an AI coach for YouTubers, I wanted that to change. So I've been building simple to use GPTs that help out with the YouTube content creation process. Like for example this title creation GPT. And today I'll show you how you can build your own and avoid getting bad results that waste your time, so you can stress less and create more. So this is a custom GPT, which is a customized version of ChatGPT that has all the smartness in answering your questions, but the great thing is that we can add custom knowledge to it, so that the answers go from this to this. And in order to get it to give us proper answers, we want it to be good at 3 simple things specifically. 1. It needs to know how to make a good title, which we will call title theory. 2. Some examples of viral titles, which we'll call title examples. And of course, 3. Knowing what makes a good title for my channel, personalization. So let's open up ChatGPT and lay the foundation for our custom GPT. So in order to do that, just go here, open sidebar, GPTs, and then create. So in this screen we can click on create or we can click on configure. I always directly click on configure because I know exactly what I want to put in here, and the create option is often not that much better in creating instructions. And here we will fill in the name of the custom GPT. This is what it's going to be called, and this is also how you will be able to use it in your normal conversations with ChatGPT. Then we go to the description. And this one is important if you are planning to share your GPT with others so that they know what this GPT actually does. And this section, the instructions, is where the GPT will get its heart. It's the main instruction of how it can help you best. Let's call this the system prompt. And a good system prompt is often made out of a few chapters. And these chapters might look a bit intimidating, but don't worry because I will walk you through the steps. And if you don't have the time right now, you can also go to the link in the description, grab my template and configure it for your channel. Alright, so let's look at this system prompt in detail. At the top we have persona. And this is where we tell it what the GPT's role will be. So we mention you're an experienced YouTube title writer that will help Pascal with YouTube title creation. So now the GPT knows what its role is. Then we move on to task. And for task, we describe here in detail what this custom chatbot should achieve. Basically the goal of the conversation. So here we write, your task is to help Pascal create viral titles based on title theory, his titles, and viral title examples when he provides his video description or transcript. Then we move on to the step-by-step instructions. This is basically a checklist of the GPT to make sure that it will perform certain steps and that it will deliver the best content. So over here we just say, when Pascal starts a conversation, ask first what the video is about that he's creating the title for. And if he needs help with an existing video, ask him for the transcript of the video or a summary. And if he needs help with a new video, then proceed to help him come up with title ideas based on the steps below. And then basically here we tell the GPT that it needs to take title templates from the viral title examples doc. We will get into this a little bit later. And then we dive into the customization part, basically matching the tone of voice of my current titles and my channel. Then we also mentioned that it needs to follow all the rules from the title theory. So let's get into that with the next section, which is knowledge references. So in the knowledge references, we basically will specify which document this custom GPT can use in order to provide you with better responses. And the instructions section of this custom GPT has a character limit. So if you want to include your video scripts or examples to be part of this, then you need to upload them here. So here we say use title theory for rules on how to make better titles, use viral title examples for the title frameworks, and use personal title examples for titles that worked well in the past for my channel. So these things might not mean anything to you just now, but I'll show you how to create these documents. And then I also included a bit more information about my channel to make it more personal. Like for example, Pascal's channel teaches YouTubers how to use AI to help with their content creation workflow so that they can stress less, focus on what they love and get results without needing to scale up into a big team. But if all of this sounds a little overwhelming, don't worry because you don't have to figure this out alone. I've got you covered because right now I'm working one-on-one with YouTubers to help them bring AI into their workflow the right way. I've got a few spots open, and during these sessions you can ask me anything about using AI in your content creation process. I'll help you choose the right tools and models for your workflow, build cool custom GPTs that help you save time, and of course, get better results by learning how to prompt for YouTube specifically. And if that sounds like something you need, just fill out the form in the description and I'll get in touch. Spots are limited and fill up fast, so if you're serious about AI to create more and stress less, I'll talk to you soon. And lastly, we also mention examples in the Custom GPT, because applications like ChatGPT are very good in pattern recognition and in repeating the same pattern. So the more examples you provide, the better the answers will be. And you can also add these examples in the documents that we will upload later, but I always just have a few present here in the instructions. Let's skip the conversation starters for now to look at knowledge, because remember that I said we need three things. Title theory, so that we actually tell the Custom GPT how to make great titles that perform really well. The title framework, so that we have some examples to give ChatGPT about really good titles. And of course, channel personalization, because this Custom GPT doesn't know us. And sometimes the most viral titles might not really fit our channels directly. So we need to take a good look at the titles that have worked for us well in the past, and that can be a video with a high CTR or maybe a video with just a very high amount of views. So for the title theory, I first went to look on YouTube if there were any great videos on titles, and then I came across Aprilynne's video, which was the first one. Give me 8 minutes and I'll make your titles better. Oh, and by the way, if you want to grow on YouTube, I suggest you check out her channel because there's so much value there. So I found this video about titles, I watched it a couple of times, but I want this to be the core of my GPT. So what I've done is I've basically copied the URL and then I went to the website youtube2transcript.com and then I pasted the URL in here and then click on free transcript to get a transcript of this video. Then I went down and I clicked on copy transcript and then I opened up a new tab with ChatGPT, so not the custom GPT that we're still building by the way. And then I wrote, take the main 10 points that teach how to make a great YouTube title from this video. And then I pasted in the whole transcript. And then we got back 10 points. And as you can see, these are not all points that ChatGPT can help us with. So I added a quick new prompt and said, take only those that ChatGPT can actually execute. So now we basically have 6 tips left, and these are the tips that we want to save. And I want them to be actionable. So I said, write these as actions for Custom GPT. For example, number 6 will become, keep titles easy and fast to process. Make sure to keep titles concise, ideally under 55 characters, easy to skim, and quickly understandable. And as you can see, I got it back right away. Title theory for Custom GPT. Then I basically copied what we have here, opened up Microsoft Word, created a new document and pasted in. So now we have these 6 tips for the GPT to take into consideration. We just add them to the Word document, save it and call it title theory. So now we have the theory and now we can look for the titles that perform really well, like viral titles. And for that I've used Creator Hooks, which is this website over here. And it basically walks you through which titles work, what the framework behind it is, and why it works. So I went on the website, clicked on a few of these, and then sorted out the titles that had a high hook score. And then I put them into a Word document like this, and then listed them down as examples of this framework in action. So this is the framework, and these are a few of those examples. Save them as viral title examples, and now we have that section covered up as well. So now for point number 3, which is the channel personalization. We need to take our titles that worked well for us in the past and then put them in Word as well. So for this, I basically went to my channel, took a few of the best performing video titles, pasted them in ChatGPT and sent in the following prompt. These are the titles of my channel that have worked well. Can you turn these into title, framework of the title and reason why it worked? So these are the titles, as you can see. And over here, you can see that I just create one example of following this structure. So after sending off that prompt, this is what we got back. So this is my first title, and it says, this is the framework behind it. This is how you can do an action with tool, or for example, tool can do surprising new thing now, which is this one. So then I copied over these 4, pasted them in a Word document like this, which is now also ready to be used. And this one we save as personal title examples. So now you can upload them over here. And now we have basically these 3 documents as a part of our knowledge. And since we've already put it in our system prompt, we are ready to continue. And for the conversation starters, I basically wrote down, I need help with a title for a new video, or I need help with a title for an existing video. And over here you can also upload an image to use as the logo of this GPT. So now the GPT is ready to use. So I want to create a new video on the 10 best AI tools for YouTubers. And as you can see, it goes through the top viral frameworks for my topic. It will come up with title ideas tailored and optimized. And then over here, it will also give some recommendations. The 10 AI tools every YouTuber needs, and you're missing these. 10 game-changing AI tools for every part of YouTube creation. Don't make YouTube videos without these 10 AI tools. And the cool part of this is that by using a tool like this, you can count yourself amongst the top % of creators that is currently using AI correctly. However, in my talks with creators over the past month, I've noticed that they miss out on 4 more main AI concepts that could still lead to bad responses. And I wouldn't want you to make those mistakes too. So watch this video next, where I go over them in detail. And I'll see you in the next one.